Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make hamburger potato casserole. I have made one of these before, but it was a little bit different. So this one's way more simple and way less ingredients. And it should be pretty much anything that you have at home. Nothing special that you have to run out and go buy. Alright, so first thing. I've made 1 pound of ground beef. Cooked it loose, drained it, and I've set it aside. I've sliced up about 6 medium-sized or smallish medium potatoes. I peeled them and sliced them as thin as possible. Set those aside. You need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And in a bowl, you are going to put a can of cream of mushroom soup. And you can put half a cup of fresh onion, but I'm going to put some onion powder so I don't have to chop anything else. About a teaspoon or so. I'm going to add just a little extra because I like doing that. Some salt, some pepper, and it's going to stir it up with a whisk, but you know what? We don't need a whisk. Alright, so I'm going to get my 9x13 pan. I'm going to spray it. And I'm going to use it as the pan that we're going to use. You can use a 2-quart pan, but I'm going to use my 9x13. And I think, yeah, we need to get some milk. Let me get some milk real quick because that's also got to go in this bowl. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the can that the soup came in. You need 3/4 of a cup. And it's roughly 3/4 of a can. So just fill it up almost to the top. And then we're going to mix all this stuff together. And I probably did just a teeny bit too much. It'll be alright. You know what? We're going to need that whisk after all. Whisk this together. Now, in your pan, you're going to alternate layers. I'll show you what I mean. Hang on. Let me go get my dish real quick. I've already got it ready. Make sure you can see. So, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make sure this is sprayed. And we're just going to take our potatoes and we're going to put them in the bottom of the pan. They can overlap. You can stack them on top of each other, but just try to make it a single layer as much as possible. And I did slice up a couple too many potatoes, but I kind of did that on purpose. All right. Alternating layers. So we're going to make 2 layers. It's going to be tight with the meat and the soup. Potatoes, not a problem, but all right. Soup mixture. We're only going to need half. Okay. That's not much, is it? I need to do just a teeny bit more. Then half of your ground beef, which is just 1 pound. That's why this is a really good budget type meal, because it's going to be mainly potatoes. These are stuck together. So you're going to bake this until your potatoes are tender. we're going to take out the casserole. We're going to sprinkle cheese on it. Then we're going to put it back in for just a few minutes. All right. Okay. Okay. 350 degrees until your potatoes are tender. Take it out. You're going to top with a cup of cheddar cheese. I may do a little extra. Pop it back in just for a few minutes, long enough for it to melt, and then we're done. I'll see you back here in a little while. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished product. You are going to have to let it cook for quite a while, 45 minutes to an hour to get those potatoes tender. Turn your oven off, take the casserole out, put some cheese on top, and then just stick it back in the warm oven just for 5 minutes or so, and it should be melted perfectly. You may need to add a little bit more salt and pepper depending on your taste, and that's it. It's real simple and easy, a lot more simple than the last one that I did. The last one I did had a lot more items and ingredients in it. This one's got minimal ingredients, and it's fit for a very low budget. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make a quick baked tenderloin. I have soaked both of my tenderloins. I've got two. I have soaked them all day in some Olive Garden Italian dressing. You can do it in any type of Italian dressing that you want, or marinade. So I've already done that. 12 to 24 hours is preferred, but if you can do it for 6 to 8, that would be good as well. You need to preheat your oven to 380 degrees. And go ahead and get you a small skillet with a couple of teaspoons or tablespoons of oil in it. And we're going to sear both of these. We're going to sear both of those. And it's supposed to be a lot hotter. It's not. So let me get those seared, and then I'll show you the next step in the recipe. Okay, y'all, so I was supposed to salt and pepper this before I put it in the skillet, but I didn't want to do that right then. So I'm going to do it now. And I'm not going to worry about the other side because I'm a little bit worried about it being too salty. Okay, so here are your tenderloins. They're seared. I probably could have done a little bit more char on them, but I didn't. I didn't worry about that. So the next thing that you're going to need to do, first of all, I'm only going to be doing one. Recipe calls for one. So to be clear, I'm doing two just because, but they do come in a twin pack usually. The plain ones, these are supposed to be plain, non-marinated. You're supposed to do the marinating yourself. And now I'm going to take some Italian seasoning and put over these. Lift this up. Lift this up a little bit. I'm going to season the other side with a little bit of Italian seasoning. I'm going to lay it back down. I'm going to do the same thing for this other one. Okay. Set that there. Now, you're going to take 4 tablespoons of butter per tenderloin, and then we're going to wrap it up. So you're going to take a stick of butter and cut out 8 pats of butter. And then I'm gonna place it here, here, oops, and there. Same thing with the second one. I'm gonna seal that up. Seal that up. And probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap it in some more foil because that's just not enough. All right. So this is really easy and simple. Turn the foil this way. Wrap it up again. And there we go. So you are going to put these in a 380-degree oven until the internal temperature of the meat reaches about 145. We're going to let it rest afterwards, and we'll take it out. It's going to take roughly about 30 minutes to cook these. They usually don't take long, and they cook pretty quickly. So I wanted to make sure that my butter didn't seep all out and everything. It probably will anyway, but try to keep it in there as long as I can. 380 degrees for at least a half an hour. And normally what I do is I'll go into the center of the thickest part of it, which is usually the center, and cut it. And if it looks done, then I go ahead and pull it on out. I've never had any problems with that, so that's my method. I'm sticking to it. Okay, so I'll see you back here in half an hour. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished product. It didn't take long at all, and I paired it with some fried potatoes. It did pretty well. Tenderloin's always pretty simple, especially the boneless tenderloin. I've never tried beef. Pork is what I always pick because it's cheap, and it tastes great. It's easy to pair with anything, and it's easy to season with anything or marinade. Any marinade that you want to use. Okay, make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.